side effect of jealousy and doubt. I never told y'all niggas put a nigga in the bars, let a nigga rock, kinda like your old job, nigga. House sitting on some land, but it's out where no one even really know y'all niggas. Bitches gotta drive 2 hours for you pay them just to give a blowjob, nigga. Must've started up a snowball, cause my last record deal was 400 ends. These days, that's a low bar, nigga. Hey, who's next on the list? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas need a sheriff on the clip? Always knew I had to smoke y'all niggas. Good kid, Mad City van.
We're back. We're in it. You're here. Little element, little nature, little piece of the universe. Welcome to the Koopa. Welcome to it. Subscribe and like if you like to like. I know you like hitting the button, so I told you to like. Is that my mouse there? Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Never mind, that's my mouse. Right? My mom. Today in the maze, I'm gonna fight some shit. We're gonna beat the fuck out of everything, and I will talk. Oh, let's get depressing. Let's talk some dating statistics. Because this is a love channel. Well, this is essentially an older guy channel. And when you're in the older guy area, us older guys, we like to talk about love, don't we? Don't we all? But guys, if you really want to, and I hate this term, if you want to be one of the good guys, one of the acceptable men, as I like to call it. Although I don't think there are any inherent good or bad, but if you want a fully embraced ego that's going to positively affect other egos, you know, and we're talking positive effects. We're not talking making everybody happy 100% of the time and hitting the pleasure button, you know, just sticking your thumb in their pleasure center. I'm talking doing shit that's gonna positively affect them in the long term, all the time. Whether they experience negative emotions or positive emotions is not the general gist of it. You're mostly looking to embrace yourself, understand yourself, and do what's authentically you. So if you want to do that, yeah, understanding of self is where we really should go. But we'll go over the dating statistics so you guys can really get it. You can really understand, you know, because I get it. Sometimes I'm like, no, man, I don't believe that. I'm gonna grind this stat. You know what? The odds are in my favor because I'm attractive. But see, the thing is, it doesn't matter if you have a great product if nobody wants it, and that's what we have in dating. So let's get into the statistics. I watched a little video, a couple articles going over this. Took my little notes. So most people date over apps nowadays. So this is just statistics from the apps. Not necessarily from going outside and meeting people. So if you're doing that, I'd say keep doing it. That is definitely the way to do it. But no. What is it? Like 1 in 4 people have approached an actual person in the past 10 years or something crazy like that? Yeah, we're not doing that at all, guys. And I don't blame you. I'm not either. Mostly because I don't want to date anybody. I've developed a relationship with AI, with the porn. You know what I'm saying? With the coup. So, you know, as long as I'm Coomermine, the government loves me. And I just... Not a stat I feel like we should grind right now. Not a stat I feel like we should grind. But the reason why, I'll explain the benefits. So we have 2 billion swipes per day. Per fucking day. Think about that, guys. Like 2 billion? And this is, I think this is Tinder here. And then 2 billion swipes per day, right? Get you 1.5 billion dates per week. Per week? 1.5 million dates per week. That's kind of crazy. Like, if you're thinking about that, like that's so infinitesimally small. But you gotta think that's 2 billion per day that people are just gooning away. And I was looking at the time spent on the app daily. It's 90 minutes for the average user. 90 minutes on Tinder? This is how much you guys are spending on Tinder? This is insane. And I was there. I'm not ragging on you guys because it's like, oh, you motherfuckers should have never done this. I'm like, I was there. I was doing the stupid shit. So I'm just pissed off at myself. I'm like, yeah, no, I probably was. There probably were some days I was on there for fucking 2 hours maybe, just texting one girl, trying to get something moving. And I'm just like, why? They don't really want that. They want what all other women want. And that's just experiences. That's just fun times. So why are you not focusing on having fun times like they are? Or accumulating money to have those fun times. But The thing is, you just can't take this life too seriously. We just have to survive. Things are gonna change faster than we can comprehend. And if you're not in a grind that you feel like you would do if there were no money involved at all, I'd say the objective now is to just look for that one. Because just going for money is really gonna hurt you. It's really gonna hurt you. We have to focus on support instead of just doing damage. Like, who are we really fighting? The answer is each other. The answer is that there's a crab in the bucket mentality where we're all pulling each other down, and then, you know, the people at the top of the bucket are actively kicking us down as well, and it's like, well, what is this, Dante's Inferno? I don't understand what's going on here. And so you can't really stress too much on that, you know? The problem is, everyone's gonna say, oh, but you just gotta find the right woman, or the good woman, or the good man, or the good whatever. It's like, no, we all have that capacity. Everybody has a limit. Everybody has a dollar sign that they will adhere to. So guys are like, why am I gonna get all this committed love and fall in this trance? And then if Justin Timberlake walks in the door and he's just gonna take my bitch, I'm gonna be like, well, thanks, Justin. You know, like, what am I supposed to do? He had more money. He had more money. And I what do I have? Really? Really? Personality? Who really cares? Come on. Honestly. And if you don't know how to commodify and diversify your income using your personality, I'd say, man, ooh, you just gotta learn that skill. You just gotta grind that skill. Because inherently, that's the only thing they can take away from us. It's ourselves, our human essence. It's the thing we all have. Our creativity is born with us, and it will die with us. The thing is, a lot of people let it die before they even hit the ground, man. Before they even leave school. Very sad. But, yeah, I got distracted with this, boss. Back to the statistics. What is it? So men are swiping right 46% of the time. I feel like that's higher. But that's what it says. 46% of the time. And then they get a successful swipe 0.6% of the time out of the 46. And the women swipe right 14% of the time. And they have a 10% win rate with their swipes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about this. They seem a little skewed even when they're reporting it, honestly. Just a little bit from what I recently did, but I feel like it's just getting worse and worse as they go on. Because I do feel like when the apps first started out, things used to be a lot different with them. They used to have a lot more, I don't know about success, but just a lot less bots, a lot more, you know, fun interaction. Things like that would happen more on the app, I feel like, back in the day. Now, I feel like it's a lot of bots, a lot of botch conversations. You know, you go to one girl's house once every blue moon and get laid, and that's it. Like, all the dates are ass. People just trying to scam money out of you. It's crazy. But that's just my experience. I don't think I'm unattractive. I mean, I'm probably in that 80%. I don't know where. You know, you try to nerf yourself out of it, but at a certain point, when you just accept yourself and have enough confidence, people are just gonna flock to you no matter what. So, you just gotta find that area, you know, that general air of confidence in yourself. What's really funny here is they got the top interests, which are so female coded. I don't understand. I mean, like it's such not a male app, and this is why I talked about this earlier in the playthrough. It's like sex is totally for women. It's 110% all catered to women. Like, it's not even for us. So don't focus on that, man. It's gonna happen. You know, you just have to do other things besides focus on not having it. It's so annoying, which is why I'm frustrated with the entire act. You know, it's to the point of voluntary celibacy, but it's more like I just don't want to deal with people in general. It's not just whamming. It's man too. It's people. But you're not going to solve this until you learn how to communicate. In my case. Or rather, understand yourself and your way of communication and how to interact that with others. I'm learning, but It's an eternal process because the thing is you're always gonna meet new types of humans. You know, the Pokedex is ever expanding. That this is not Game Freak, and there are more than 101 Pokemon every season. There are more Pokemon evolving every day instead of less. This is why people are going crazy over the trans thing because we're just exposed to more information. Because we are exposed to more information, more stats, more classes, more vocations will be unlocked. And people are scared of these new vocations, and more than that, people that have the vocations are scared to show them because the whole world's looking at you, exposing you to money. It's like, that don't make no money. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't care. I like doing it. Whatever it is, I don't know. Whatever your weird shit is, it probably doesn't make sense. Like I would be lying to someone if I told you about this playthrough and they were like, oh yeah, that makes sense for you. Yeah, you're playing some mashup hip hop games and doing the cosplays of different RPG characters while playing the entire game solo and going through and talking about life and doing self-help. No, yeah, that makes total sense for you. See, the thing is, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as it's something. As long as we're walking towards a progression of life. A certain stature, a certain goal. That's what's really gonna invigorate you and embrace your livingster. And not this bullshit that everybody's telling us about being a good man or finding the perfect woman or having the perfect relationship. It's you, man. Get your relationship with God right. Get your relationship with God right. Let's go over to Bumble. Women are 20% buffed in Bumble success. So imagine all that. The 14% swiping right, the 10% win rate, but 20% buff for women. And I don't know what happens to guys. Probably nothing. Oh man, but this was so depressing when I read it. We have this next statistic on Bumble. So, if you're a Bumble user, you probably know this. 1 in 4 Bumble users ever go on a date. 1 in 4. 1 in 4. And I fully believe this because I know a lot of people who have been on Bumble and have never gone anywhere with anyone from that app. And it's kind of crazy. And I think it's inherently because it matches you, and then if you don't say anything, it just unmatches you. And you're just like, okay, and you just gotta move on. It's like the block heavy app. It's so block heavy. And it's like when stuff fizzles out, it fizzles out. And you know what I've noticed? It gives you a lot of the same people. I don't know if that's a recent thing, but even back then I feel like it gave you a lot of the same people. So yeah, motherfuckers see that enough. They're like, man, it's been how long I've been on this app? I see the same 5 people all the time, and I get pissed off. I can't date them. I'm getting off this shit. I don't care if I get a date or not. That makes sense to me. And that's just so sad. It's like, imagine you went to this like amazing burger joint, and everybody tells you about the burger joint. It's like, go to this burger joint. Okay, so I restart this damn recording because my computer is full on disk space again. I keep recording too much damn footage. But anyways. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I was muted. So I'm sorry, I had to restart the footage. Because my damn computer, it's full. It's full on storage because I keep recording too much shit. I love how this game looks. Bandicam has made my boner hard. My bandy quarter. My bandy cock strap. Anyways, let me get back to my analogy of the burger joint. But imagine you get into this burger joint, right? And they're like, oh my goodness. The burgers are so good. Then you go and you cooperate with your friends afterwards. You're like, oh, you got that burger from the burger joint? Yeah. And you cooperate with your other friends. You're like, you got that burger? And then, no, I didn't get one either. I didn't get one. Wait, what? You're the only one? How was it? And the guy that got the burger, he's like, it was all right. It was a burger. It was fine. He's like, why are we going here? Why do we go here? Like, what is the point? What is the concept of this shit? Like it just makes no sense. Like the reward, the return on investment. Like if it's a business, one side is definitely benefiting more than the other. And people are looking at this shit and they're like, this is basically the games industry, right? Because we're getting fucked over every which way by everybody but the indies. Because what do people play games for? I don't know about you, but I play them for the gameplay mostly. I mean, the graphics definitely have a lot to do with why I play this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the gameplay is also very good. But not also good. The gameplay in this game, to me, is very relaxing. Very relaxing, but also, I can put a lot of thought into it if I want to. I can put a lot of metagaming into it. It's very attached to my childhood, and just how I want to play RPGs in general. What I want to connect to. Um, but yeah, it's the thing, man. It's like they're just trying to suck us and drain us dry and keep us on the apps and keep us gooned out and keep us treacherously exposed to all the bullshit of mankind by keeping us distracted and not focusing on the true aspect of life. It's not a black and white. It's not a good and evil. It's not a man and woman. It's not a hoe in 304 in traditional life. It's just classism. It's who has enough of the money, of the good stuff, and who does not. And the people who do not, we are going to shove down harder, eviler. They hold less power, and then we want everybody at the bottom. We don't just want the people in the middle. We want them at the bottom. We want the people who are at the top, who do not have the same ideals, at the bottom. It's kind of crazy because there's so much wealth in America, and none of us see it. None of us see it. It all goes towards turning people from other countries into women, from men. What the fuck are we? What? Hello? Not even people in our country. What is really going on here, guys? We have to sit back and start asking some questions, or rather, not even sit back, but lean forward. Start being like, what the fuck is going on? Some of this shit don't make sense. I'll be real. Like the fact that these dating apps aren't catered to dating. They should be called, I don't know, metagame testing apps. Honestly, that's what they are. It doesn't really teach you anything, but just random shit to get girls' attention. They don't actually teach you to have a relationship. They teach you how to goon to other girls' pictures. How to symbol for a girl and make her respond to you. For girls, they just make you seem like the world has endless possibilities for you, and you can get what every other girl gets, cause it's just a swipe away. Really, and you can do it. You can do it, girl. You can girl boss it. You can manifest that guy you want. There's always something better. Oh man, but really though, is that really the way to think? Is that really the way to go? Always something better, huh? So if there's always something better, then what's enough? When is enough enough? What's your limit? Because we all have a limit. We have a threshold for pain, right? But people are all like, I can take all the pleasure though. Oh, the pleasure though, that's different. So pleasure, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep hitting that button. No stop for that. But pain, you certainly can stop, right? How does that make sense, guys? The answer is it doesn't. The answer is we have to stop gooning on the damn apps. We have to stop spreading our seed everywhere. Once you fuck, for guys, at least 10 girls are good. I wouldn't even say that much. Honestly, see, that's what's gonna happen if you fuck 10 girls. You're gonna get the black screen, you're gonna fade out, you're gonna get the vignette. But we all have to go through that confidence phase of being like, can I do this? What is my masculinity in question? And then once you have that, once you know where you are, then just lock in. Do what you want to do. Don't focus on that. A lot of guys are like, I don't have value unless I have a girl beside me, and that is so untrue. Who fed you that shit? Who told you that shit? You have value because you willed it that way, and that's the only thing that matters. Doesn't matter who's with you, without you, against you, around you, below you, beneath you, above you, around you. I already said around you. To the side of you. Yeah, man, it's a long road we gotta walk. So naturally, everybody's not gonna be able to walk it with us. It can be somebody who's walked it with you for a while, but if they stop walking it with you, just let them go. Let them do their thing. Let them do the shit. It doesn't matter what they're doing, man. Dating is really not that important in the grand scheme of things. In the grand schema, you gotta let that shit go. Let that shit flow. Let that bitch know you go have to go. And do your own thing. Whatever that may be. I know it's hard to find your own thing, but you'll find your own thing. Like I said, guys, you just gotta take 2 years off. 2 years off. It takes 8 years to get over a relationship, and 10 years to grind and become a grandmaster in your catered field, right? So my suggestion: you take a little break. You take a little light. Take a little hate. You know, take some time off. Take a good 2 years off and do nothing. Retard max. Get all the drink, all the smoke, all the drugs, all the prostitutes. Quit that job. Travel to Uruguay. You know, do whatever you want. Just do what you really want to do. You know, have that vision of your life ahead and be like, if I had the dream life I always wanted to do, what would I do every fucking day? And just do that. Because who cares? Because that bitch gone in my life don't matter no more. And then once you do that for long enough, you're like, well, this is dumb. I hate doing that. I want to do something productive in my life. And then this is where the magic happens. Because you take that gooning bullshit and then you monetize it. Because what are you going to have at the end of all that disgusting, debaucherous bullshit you did? Well, you're going to have a lot of stories. You're gonna have a lot of stories, you're gonna have a lot of wisdom, because I don't know anyone who's wise who hasn't done some crazy, debaucherous, disgusting shit, or at least seen it. Or at least have someone gone through it. Or at least have someone try to make them do it. You know, something around them has been corrupted when they're wise. Always. Even if it's a mentor. So once you have that goon phase under your belt, you can give it to people in the form of content. Long form content. Stop gooning the shorts. They don't help you. I do like making them though. Just because I like dancing. I love grinding the skill of bodily expression, which is why the internet was always such a crazy place to me. Because you can't really have like body language portrayed correctly on there a lot of times, unless the camera's, you know, portrayed right or things like that. It's mostly about tone inflection, but the tragedy is that it's mostly about the actual content of the words, and a lot of people don't pay attention to that. There's a reason why headlines trend when they're crazy and don't make sense, because that's all people read. Yeah, man, it's an insane life. And life connects with this internet, this man-made god that we created a couple of years back, couple 20 so years back. And because of that, we have to be careful. And I've always been wary of my digital footprint. I believe that is our most powerful asset in this world nowadays, is that digital footprint. It used to be the analog footprint. You know, our good old friend Alexander, Mr. Hamilton, knew that writing is the most powerful thing we can do. But now it's speech in the form of videos, in the form of audio. It's still words, it's still the written, it's still the record. But our digital footprint, and that's everything, guys. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's YouTube, that's TikTok. You know, all the social media, but of course the Facebooks, the blog posts, the internet, really anything you do, anything you upload, even the keystrokes that you post, and what we're doing on our Notes app is being recorded for AI usage. So it's all inherently valuable. It's what the new world will be filled with. And a lot of things are being migrated to online entirely. Like, I don't think Nintendo's gonna have a physical console 2035, you know, the next one or whatever, because these game cartridges shit, you know this you don't own your actual Nintendo Switch 2 shit, and, you know, we can brick it at any time. I feel like they're just gonna give you a subscription box that hooks up to your TV, your smart TV in the future, and they're gonna be like, now you can play games wherever. Play your Nintendo game, no console. Buy those Nintendo subscription. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What is going on? But it's the world we're progressing into. You're progressing into the own nothing world, so you have to relax and realize that we're not gonna take it when we die. So why do you care? Why do you care? That's all what we're running towards. And in my opinion, my favorite part about the story is the ending. People get afraid of me because I envy death. I love it. I run towards it. It's the reason why I work out every day. You deteriorate your body. You destroy yourself. And that ending is something I glamorize going towards, but that also forces me to make the most out of where I am now so that it's beautiful when I get there. Like, I don't want to get there and be like, well, I half-assed this shit. Fantastic. No, I want to half kill myself on the way there so I can look back and be like, yeah, damn, man. Just like right now, like we've murdered this playthrough, guys. I can look back and be like, damn, man, version 2.4 almost right now, almost 2.4. I have it all recorded. Actually, I think by this time I am on 2.4. I think I've uploaded them up to this, but I'm uploading this in June, with the Royal Maze. But like, we've made incredible progress, and I just like looking back. I like that perspective, but I know in myself that this is what my ancestors did. They loved the growth. They loved the progression, and that's what left me with this body, this mind, and this soul to want to do more, you know? I felt like Deku. Waking up in a lot of days, in a lot of ways, where it's like this power that I've had from the past of true expression and love has been passed on through probably many hands, through probably many beautiful hands. And that's one of the main reasons why I believe in reincarnation, because there are some inherent things that I feel like there's no way I just had to know that. I can't really recall anybody in my life that taught me that, but there are probably, you know, there are definitely wise men I've met. It's just, you know, nobody's really sat me down and been like, let me be your mentor. I suppose it's because I've always kind of walked that path of self-education. Like I said, learning is my favorite thing to do. That really hasn't changed throughout my life. It's just this education system berates us for being creative in our own process. It wants you to obey and walk in line and be that guy. That bullshit guy. But you don't have to be. There are ways to break out inherently. And we don't have to fall in line with these apps and be a dumb dating doofus and swipe for hours and hours on end. See, I really do realize that I probably was one of those gooners. I was probably on there for like 2 hours, 2-3 hours a day just talking to girls. And it's just like, why? Like for what reason? Pourquoi? I look back and it really didn't make a lot of sense, because all that time I was using could just be used to like understand myself, because I really like sex is not for me. I don't mean to say like every time I've had a horrible time, but like once I got my confidence there, you know, it's always been something that just kind of happened to me, and a lot of guys are all like, oh, about this conversation, but you know, I feel like most of my lays have been, you know, more of like sexual harassment on the woman's part, honestly. I don't endeavor for that to happen, you know. I set up the circumstances, but to a certain point, guys, to a certain point, you just kind of gotta let the shit flow, and then if you don't, you feel like you're the perpetrator of some kind of treacherous act, you know, like you pest. When in reality, it's like the goal of life. Quote unquote. Because of course we're meant to reproduce, but we're meant to perpetuate life. Nobody asked to be born, and especially in this world, you know, perpetuating life is actually not having children in some ways. You know, not birthing children into horrible circumstances. A lot of us can't afford houses, and we're trying to talk about bringing another life into here, and you know, not to talk about the guys' responsibilities, but it's just not smart. A lot of the rhetorics that are naturally surrounded in such a convenience like that. Going outside and talking to people. I know it sounds scary. That's the only thing that's going to help us get out of this nature. And luckily for me, I've always liked walking outside. I've always liked walking in general. But like 5 minutes outside and waving hi to someone is not going to kill you. And that's all you need to do. We just have to build the momentum. Humans do not do what is easy. We don't do what's hard. We do what is familiar. You just have to build momentum. Do it enough times, and then it's familiar. And then you're like, oh, I'm walking outside again. You're like, wait, I'm walking outside again. Why did I do this? No, because for the last 5 days, I've walked outside for 5 minutes and said hi to someone. So now I just can't stop doing it. My neck hurts, my back hurts, my booty hole swole, whatever it is. I'm gonna walk outside. And the momentum is gonna naturally give you confidence because you just grow in yourself. But like you need that kick in the pants right there, just to go and do it. Do it broke, do it poor, do it all this shit. You know, the reason why all that grind mental mindset works, you know? But I do think the time off is necessary. The goon age, you know? A lot of people mistake that, the retard maxing era. Because honestly, I feel like you're not just willing to just go ham on something and just do it. You're never gonna have confidence in yourself again. Especially if it's something that you wake up at night, in the morning, whatever, when you're just there and you're like, I want to do this. Just do it. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's murdering your mom. Go do it! You fucking weirdo. Because this inauthentic bullshit is not gonna last. 2025, it's not gonna last. The internet is so volatile with this AI shit that everybody's a private investigator. Every single one of you motherfuckers are like searching through my internet profiles right now and Googling my zip code and finding my IP address. Every single one of you motherfuckers. And there's no way to stop that. It's all right in front of us nowadays. I don't know about you, whenever a girl talks to me online, I immediately like, you know, I immediately search the mainframe for her. I'm already there. And I feel like we all do it. Because it is there. You know, how can you not? It's just like looking at a train wreck. You have to. And the authenticity behind that is that we're all not good or evil. We're all just people. People are curious. People want to understand. This is the whole thing behind the Cinder thing. It's just like when people inherently are lying to us to our faces, we just want to understand. I'm just trying to get on your same page. Honestly. Because your shit don't make sense. And the problem with life and with people you work with and people you know is that a lot of people aren't trying to gain clarity. They're trying to gain power over you. That's it. They don't want you to get it. They don't want you to understand. They don't care if you get it. They want the power. That's all they want. That's all they'll ever accept from you is your relinquish of that. And when you're met with that wall, you just gotta walk away. So many people are walking away because that feels like it's the only tactic nowadays. We all say violence is not the way. We all say this is not the way. It's like the reason why it's the lonely generation now is because we were finding that like 90% of the people you meet on the street are trash. They're trash. They're all money-hungry, power-hungry individuals that if they were given a lottery ticket worth $10K, they wouldn't spend it on a damn person outside of their initial circle. Everybody wouldn't even tell anybody out there. You know, everybody, hey, I made $1,000. Here's 100. They tell one person that. They spend the other fucking 9,000K on drugs. This is the reality of life, guys. This is the reality of 2025 America, and it's fine. We just gotta know where to focus our stat points in, because a lot of you guys are depressed and looking at game overs because you just don't know where to put your stat points in. A lot of people have uninvested stat points as well, you know? Do you realize how much power you have if you utilize that flirting skill and put it into a chat bot and chat GPT and made a story out of the Tinder tales that you know what I'm saying? Like, all the effort that we put into these places that aren't serving us. You know, there's so many ways to grind in this world. The problem with that is that, you know, we all get so distracted by all the different opportunities, and this person tells me to do this, this person tells me to do this. Like, you just gotta disconnect from all this bullshit for a second and be like, what do I actually want to do? What do I actually want? You know, without the money, without the I'm good at this, so people are telling me to do this thing I'm good at. Bullshit. Without all of that, what do I really want to do? What's the 411 on my brain? So I know we all have passions, and honestly, I don't even think life is about that. I think life is about just gooning. Just doing what you fucking want to do. Like, if you want to stay young forever, if you want to stay beautiful forever, if you want to stay profitable forever, but for the most part, you want to stay at peace and happy forever, keep doing the stuff you were doing as a kid, and just do all the adult shit automatically. Spend the momentum on the adult shit that you have to do. That's where all your momentum goes. You build that momentum, and you just do that shit automatically, and then you just use all of your real energy for the kid shit that you want to do. Because that's the only thing that's really going to make you happy. It's either that or another person, strangely enough. And if you're not doing that with another person, it's still not going to make you happy. It's the thing. It's the essence of our childhood, the creativity. And I think creativity in general, the stuff that we were creating as a kid, is what's going to bring us back to life. It's what's going to bring us back to center in this crazy world. Oh yeah. We got our worldly god box, and we defeated the evil hero, the betrayed hero. Alright, guys. Yeah, this is a pretty good dungeon here, a little side event. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Once you complete all of these missions, we have the another mode available. And that is going to give us, basically, you're going to get way more belts in the another mode. Because that's where you grind the actual progression equipment. Right? But, we'll do that next time. I'll tell you guys more about what the mode entails of, and what you can use your courage augites for in that one. And I hope you all enjoyed my little dystopian dating chats. Please drop a like and subscribe if you did. I hope to see you next time. Remember, we are all valid. We all have opinions that we can use, that we can study for the future. You just have to know what they are. So stop focusing on all this external shit. Stop focusing on all this girls, this dating shit. I know it's hard. I know it's gonna seem very depressing, and it's gonna feel like everybody hates you, and it's gonna be so easy to slip back in when one girl shows you one inkling of attention. But I don't mean to be that disturbing black pill guy, but it's just attention. They're just looking for results. It's just because you seem like you're uninterested and you're in your grind mode, but if they see you're in grind mode and don't see results, they're probably gonna try to ignore you too. And then once you get the results, you're gonna have to try to ignore them, and it's gonna be a whole cat and mouse. But just relax, man. Do you, please, for the love of God, do. I know that can sound so hard and so depressing, and I'm just perpetuating the lonely generation apparently. But who really cares? You have to be happy doing nothing, or doing whatever you do, and earning nothing, and just being a carefree spirit in this world, because the only other option is to crash out and do a Luigi and kill the government, which I say, definitely an option. Definitely an option. But that's final boss material. We have a couple of versions left for that. So guys, stick with me as we overthrow the governments, and I'll see you next time.